All right, good evening everyone. Welcome to Ben's Brick Designs. I'm Ben. Happy Thursday. Thank you for being here. Hello Dusty, hello Mech Ops. Appreciate you guys coming by. Today's design studio day, so we'll just jump right into it. Working on the Q2 Stadium. I actually did some work on this off stream, so I can proudly say that I have not just worked on this 2 hours a week for the past year and a half. So now I can say I worked on it some other time. So let me know how the audio is and the video and everything. I've switched to a different stream protocol on YouTube. It's HLS, which is HTTP delivery, instead of RTMPS, which is server to server. Which, according to what I read, RTMPS or RTMP and then RTMP secure is more worried about fidelity of video quality, and HLS, or the HTTPSL delivery, secure delivery, whatever, is more concerned about continuation of delivery. So I think the problem that I've been running into is if YouTube doesn't think it's getting high enough quality video, it may pause it. Whereas hopefully the HLS will just continue once the connection's made. So we'll see how it works. I can't think of anything else, like, other than just complaining to my ISP that at some point during my streaming, I'm losing connection to YouTube, or Google servers. So we'll see how this works. If not, I don't know what else to do. But anyway, so been working on getting this shop and this wedge of this done. Also kind of bouncing back and forth to make sure that each of these sections is its own section that I can build and box up. This itself is 1,000 parts, so this is a pretty good size set for somebody to build. It's fairly repetitive, but this probably took me, just this section without the seats, probably took an hour or hour and a half to build. So it's not complicated. There's not a lot to it. Stacking all these bricks, not a big deal. So just making sure it all works. So in the long term of putting this all together, if I've got 5 of these over here, 5 on the other side, probably 6 in the middle, 6 or 7 in the middle on each side, looking at about 45 total sections here of just seating. And then there will be concourse buildings and the roof. So still a lot to do, but I have high hopes that we'll get this done. So this section was a little different because I was using this section to use some holes in the roof here to extend the Technic pieces up to here. I did find that in real life, these angled plates or these corner plates perform better at keeping it from sagging as Technic pieces. And in fact, when built in real life, the weight of the roof here is mostly the sag of the roof coming off these plates and the little bit of give from the Technic pins right here. So 2 cups and a piece of string. That's it exactly. Hi Bev. Hi Missy. How are you? Thanks for being here as always. Appreciate it. I would like to say that we are... Nope. We are at 900. I'm at 968 subscribers. I got 32 left. If you guys want to share and get some people involved, I will have these 4 sets of botanicals, the smaller sized ones. These are what I call the Mahjong sets because they kind of represent the seasons. So I have 4 of them to give away. So the closer we get to 1,000, I'll do a giveaway stream, and every half hour I'll do a giveaway for one of those sets. So there should be 4 total every half hour. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so this works pretty good. But this section was specifically to hold up these. This section doesn't have that. And I'll show you what I'm looking at here. So this is a pretty good image that I've been working with, where I can see the store, the little shops down here in the different colors. And I don't know if I'll get any of these prints like Grill Love, and one of these is a Taco Deli. I think the other ones just say like snacks or something like that. I'll have to get better pictures. But this one's going to have a different like post going through it to hold up the roof. So that'll come through like right here, right about here. But it's not really holding up anything else. Like this is also, you know, this section here is being held up by, or the seating is being held up by this hinge right here. And then again, it just falls. So a little different here, but that's what I've been working on. So I'm going to try to make this work here. I'm also like bouncing back and forth to the cross beams in here, get some cross beams going in there. And then there will be another set of cross beams right here. And that's what we're working on. So how's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a good week. Tomorrow's Friday. We made it another week. I also cleaned up this whole side here because there were some parts that were kind of hanging out over the edge here, and I wanted to make sure that each one was flush with its plate, so it made more sense. And then once this gets put back in, we'll also do stairs. There will be stairs that go from roughly here down. So there's not it's not a lot of room. And this actually probably should go up one more section, but from what I remember, the stairs should start right about here. And again, this is going to be really internal because it's going to be in between more shops. Right in here, there's a little area right here, and then some stairs go up. And I don't know if we can see this on the other side. The stairs go up to these sections right here and then come back down. So that's why some of the sections are a little higher than the others, because the stairs go up to that. And then these lower sections on the side are in line with the concourse. So that's your hallway to get back into over by these shops. So it just looks like that. So that's what we're doing. Nocturnal Productions, how are you? Yes, getting super into it. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, so this is not even the actual pieces. This is just a piece of software, so I can build the MLS stadium here in Austin, Texas, that we have, Q2 Stadium. So this is it's a wonderful stadium. It's very nice. It's very open and airy. Got nice seats and everything. Recovering from surgery. Well, I wish you speedy recovery. That's never fun. Hopefully it was a minor surgery or nothing major. Okay, so this is actually going to also impact where the scoreboard is, and there's going to be a piece coming over from here, and I've got pieces that link here too. So what I might do is also include, and I think these technically are, oh, you know what, I didn't even think about that. These are probably technically running along beams that go inside this store here. So they run across the stores and then the beams sit on those. So mine are going to be for show because I'm linking, the cross beams aren't going to be as important, so. Mech Ops has got it right. That is if building is important to you. If you decide that you do want to be a Lego builder. So this is how wide. I'm going to go ahead and put a piece over here. I don't think 6x10 is going to be a bad choice. Going to have to do a connect on this because it's going to throw around quite a bit. It's not going to want to connect to that. There we go, perfect. Give us a nice hallway to go into there. And this should lead down, actually this should be longer. So this, oh, I just realized something. So let's slide this over, or let's slide this into place. I'm going to temporarily group all this together. And then I'm going to slide it back to where it was. Hopefully we don't have too many collisions. I do have collisions turned on. Alright. So, what I'm seeing here, other than these top things need to be gray, is that right off the bat, I need that to connect to the stairway. So I may need one more row of stairs coming up here. Even though that's not what the stadium looked like. But I have to make some exceptions for the fact that the angles of this aren't exactly the same as the angles in the stadium. I'm just doing my best with the pieces. But if I colored all these gray, it may be okay. So I have to remember that there's a big hole right there. Actually, if I bring it out, I'm trying to see if I can see that section from any view. It's hard to... There's a lot of pictures of this south section because of the ATX on it, but they're not really big enough to be able to kind of zoom in and look at the stairs. So I have to remember this when I go to the stadium tomorrow. Is like, take a notepad. It's like, these are the pictures I need when we go to the game tomorrow night. Take pictures of the parts of the stadium. Yeah, because that doesn't do any good. Take pictures of the part that I'm working on to make sure that I got it. I think as long as this comes out farther, I should be okay. So I'll make that come out and meet this. So this needs to be another 14. All right. So we'll do that. I also like how you can't get XP just because I'm not 18, but I can super chat even though you have to be 18 for that. I feel like the logic isn't logicking. I have no idea what that means. I think because I don't know if it's and here's our, speaking of 18, here's our beverage for tonight for you Star Wars Battlefront fans. This one's called Wrist Rocket. I think this is specifically because Star Wars Battlefront, but I'm making an exception. It's from a local brewery. I thought it was a local brewery. Real Ale, I think, is out of Houston. And this label's covering it up. And maybe here, and maybe out in Dripping Springs area. It is a... What do we got? It's an Imperial something. Imperial Blonde Ale. Oh man. That's really good. Yeah, that's yummy. I like that a lot. Okay, so can't get XP because I'm not 18, but I can super chat even though you have to be 18 for that. I don't know that I have much set up for any of that. Like, I don't have a way to super chat. Like, I don't have anything in order to receive anything for that kind of thing. And I think because I've set this to 18 plus, it's not for kids, that it probably has some weird restrictions on it. Yeah, Wrist Rocket. The name of it's Real Ale Brewing. Oh, the build camera, of course, is not working. See if I can get it activated. Okay. Real Ale Brewing, Wrist Rocket. I kind of know what Wrist Rocket is, but also I'm saying it because there is when you're playing Battlefront and it's Battlefront 2 specifically, the clones, you're fighting clones and droids, and the super battle droids have wrist rockets. They shoot rockets off their arm, and the clones will go, "Watch those wrist rockets!" So that's what I choose to believe is the reason for it, not something else. All right, so I'm going to release this so I can continue building it. Beth is home. Everybody, put your clothes back on. Beth's home.
That's weird.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
So, do you think wrist rocket means something other than a rocket you fire from your wrist?
That wasn't the first thing that came to my mind, but I have no idea.
Okay. Or a slingshot?
I don't know. Why?
Because this beer is called Wrist Rocket, and there's wrist rockets are those brace things you use to shoot.
Oh, okay.
But also in Star Wars, there's a super battle droid shoot wrist rockets. So everybody says hello.
Who's everybody?
We got Missy, Beth, Mech Ops, Dusty, somebody named Nocturnal Productions, who's recovering from surgery, and appreciates how nerdy we are all with Lego,
Excellent.
even though they aren't in Lego.
I may start to work on my door in the background.
Oh, brilliant. Like, if you want to do that, that's great.
Yeah, I need to get something to eat first. So.
Okay, cool. Y'all, Beth is a certified Lego nerd.
It's happening.
It's happening. We oh man, the words. Converted her. Thank you.
I got notification that my Simba is held up in customs.
Where did you order it from?
Amazon.
It's held up in customs?
It's in Denmark. Yeah.
Okay. There wasn't... Babe, you could have driven to the Lego store today and got one. You could have driven to a Target or a Walmart and got one.
Go to Target or Walmart.
That's true. We're boycotting them.
And I think I've driven to the store. It's so far away.
It's not that far away. It's like 30 minutes.
Who would I have time?
I mean, you're the Lego obsessive. She is absolutely obsessed with Lego now.
It's a good mindfulness activity and it keeps me from eating and food.
Is that what it is? Okay, do I have a 4x something that would work? So I could make this, I don't have any, 4x's don't come any longer than this. And this is 50 cents. Goodness, that's a big piece. That comes out too far. That should be just right. So if I put it here, is there a 2x that's longer? 2x14 maybe? Yeah, 2x14 would be better. Okay, that makes me feel better. It's at least covered up. I can put another little thing on there. See, here's the thing. This is going to be so crunchy. Nobody's going to see any of this. This is just for me building it. Like, nobody's going to see any of this little stuff in here. But, and I'm going to do... Can I help you?
Did you eat?
I did.
What did you eat?
Veggies and sausage.
Do you have sausages?
There's one sausage left that's cooked. There may be another packet that's not cooked yet in the drawer with the other cheese and meat stuff. But all the veggies are pretty much gone.
Okay.
They'd all shriveled up. The broccoli browned and the tomato shriveled up, and there's carrots left. And your peppers. You got peppers and all that brie. You should eat that before the peppers go bad.
I don't have turkey pepper though.
You could make some turkey bacon. I have turkey bacon. Oh, what do you mean it's not the same? It'd be just as delicious. All right, whatever.
I don't think you understand the appeal of turkey pepper.
I don't understand most of what you've been eating lately. Slope. You watch those weird videos with that lady eating. There is a piece of something missing here. I think this needs to be a 2. So this can be a 4.
Can I ask you one more question and then I'll get out of your hair?
What's that?
How long ago were those sausages cooked?
I don't know. I had one and I didn't die.
Yes.
Well, I don't know what you want from me.
Do
Do you want me to die like right now?
No, I want to know I'm not going to get food poisoning when I eat it. That's all. I don't ask for much, Ben.
You'll be fine. I don't understand your problem.
Okay, Mr. I'll eat cream cheese that's been in the fridge for 18 months.
Yes, I will eat anything.
See, this is the problem.
Crystal and I was texting with Adrian mostly, and he was like, "Can we buy you dinner? I'll be babysitting tomorrow night for some friends." And I was like, "Yeah, I think that'd be all right." Because last time they were like, "Can we get you something?" I'm like, "No, don't worry about it." And where'd that piece go? I knew it went somewhere. And I was like, "Yeah, that'd be all right." I was like, "Whatever delivers and is easy to get is fine." And he's like, "Well, we've got many options." And I'm like, "Why don't you pick something and I'll just, and so I was like, "Well, do you guys order from Santorini's a lot?" And right as I said that, he's like, "We have this Asian place, we have a halal place, and we've got Santorini's." And we both said Santorini's, and I was like, "Perfect, gyro and some baklava." And he goes, "Sweet," and I'll do another order of baklava in case the kids get curious. I'm like, "Perfect," and I may have to change a diaper.
Oh, no.
Well, because I'm going over at like 5:45 tomorrow.
I don't have to be a part of this. Right?
No, you don't.
I won't be home.
But the doors are at like 6:30, So they need to get. They're going to go see a political podcaster, Dan. Dan Carlin or Dan Kalin or something like that. And so anyway, he's like, oh, and I thought it might be like more of the same as last time, where I just show up and sit there and make sure nobody leaves their room for however many hours. And
You're actually gonna have to work.
well, he's like, bedtime is at 7, and I'm like, uh-oh. And he's like, and little man is gonna probably cry himself to sleep for 10 or 15 minutes, but then he'll self-soothe after that. I'm like, oh, I'm fully aware. And he goes, and also, could you change a diaper if it comes to it? Fiona can if he just pees. And I'm like, I'll change it. Like, I have 2 children, man. I remember how to change a diaper. Those lights are cool. What lights? These lights? I've got lights back here. They're pretty cool. They add ambiance. Good to hear that good streamers have veggies going off in their fridges. Well, you know, I bring you guys all the best high content. So anyway, yeah, he was. Yeah, so Beth's trying to figure out what she wants to eat. Oh, that's not going to work. That's going to conflict. Will it? Will it tell me it's conflicting? Yes.
Trying to determine if I'm going to die if I eat the last sausage.
Let's just do a break right there. That won't work either. Why? Why is nothing working here? I don't want to get like hyper specialized about this, but it's really getting on my nerves. Okay, good enough. That's good. That looks fine. Nobody's going to really care. I almost don't want to fill in this area here. I did it on this side. There's like, I've got all this filler in here, all these slopes and 1x1 plates and stuff to make it flush. But I don't even know, like nobody's going to see that. So if you're looking at the building, let's say you're just looking at this model from, you're walking around it, right? I don't know who's going to care, but you have to look past this building to see in here, to see that little bit of stuff, right? I don't even know if that's, and I think this all has to be blue. Now I think about it, this all has to be the same blue. And, which means this all has to be yellow. Which means this also has to go up a brick or a plate. So, oh Beth, you just want to order Torchies again.
No, it doesn't need Torchies.
You're going to order something bad for you.
Now I can't because there's people watching.
Now you can't because there's people watching. I got some new I got some new rosemary sourdough bread.
I don't like the rosemary.
Oh. Well, I was going to say you could use the rosemary bread and toast it, put a piece of provolone cheese on it, put that spaghetti sauce that's in there on top of it, and have like a Italian sloppy Joe.
Spaghetti sauce is also probably bad.
Okay, you do whatever you want. I can't help you. Everything is either bad or you don't want it, or it's not something that somebody will deliver that's 1 billion calories and $100.
Don't shame me in front of your viewers.
These come in this color. Yes, they do.
I had something in my head I was going to do and you made me forget it.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Oh, I know. We still have guacamole, don't we?
Guacamole?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we've got, it's the pico and guac in there.
No, guac from Torchies.
Yes, we do. Got put back there.
I'm gonna have to swap before it goes bad.
Okay, fair enough. Is that going to conflict? Is that going to bump into it? Let's hope not. It looks like it does. This will. That will. Watched the first 2 episodes of Alien Earth on Hulu, and it's pretty good. I liked it a lot. That's good enough. That's not going to work. If you get a chance and that franchise interests you, cool, that works. Let's save. Don't think it's going to be the same over here, but let's see what happens if I just copy a lot of this and paste it over there. I think I'm missing one big brick too. Looks like I'm missing more than that. Oh, that worked out great. Perfect. Yeah, it's a good mix of throwback style, like not even shot for shot, but like lighting and camera angle and outfits and set design. It looks almost exactly like the early shots. The early shots of the show look a lot like the early shots of Alien, with the Nostromo and the trucker crew, basically. And they're doing the same thing. They're sitting around talking about hazard pay and the company screwing them over and all this kind of stuff. So it's really cool. And then from there, it branches off and it becomes kind of, it still uses similar camera work and aesthetics, but it's different cinematography, like the action. It's got a little more action and bigger set pieces and stuff. And there's more monsters in it. Some of the ship, basically it's a ship that crashes on Earth. And the ship is a deep space research vessel, which is a little weird because it felt like the trucker crew from Alien, and they were just hauling a mining rig, right? So it felt like the same type of ship or the same type of crew, but they were a deep space research vessel, which made me think like some of these characters on the ship could have been different. But anyway, and so the research vessel was full of a lot of beasties that they had found, and they were bringing them back, and shenanigans happens like it always does. So, all right. I was seeing at which point I need to make a roof in here. But I also need to make a hole for more pillars. And I want to put one of these pillars, I want to have it rooted down here again, like this, but I don't need all of this. So is that what I did with that? Okay, that's what I did here. So this needs to go over here, and it needs to go like right there, and it should line up with the that part right next to the building. So we'll work on that. Any ideas for an indoor cubby house? Little one has been homesick all week. Any idea for an indoor cubby house? Little one has been homesick all week. You mean like to build with Lego, or to put, and is little one an animal or a child? Cubby house may be different in the States than it is in Australia. Like, cubby house to me sounds like, because a cubby is just like a little place, like a container. You'd put shoes or a backpack or something. Cubby house would be like a doll house, like a little house. So I don't know what the equivalent would be for that. Let's get rid of this guy and put this person just in here like this. I'm sure that's going to run into things, but no conflicts. Okay, well, let's group it so I can move it if I need to. I'll put it right here. Don't exactly know how far over to put it, but that seems like a good spot. Pillow fort. Is a cubby house a pillow fort? A blanket fort? Playhouse. Large box. Laid on its side. Well, do you have any large boxes? We usually would start with a large box, like something the kid can get into, tip it on its side so it would have 3 walls and an opening, and then stack pillows, and then you'd have to get blankets, and if you have clothespins, it would make it easier for the clothespins to be pin the blankets in places. Christmas lights. If you have Christmas lights, you can put the Christmas lights inside there. If they have a tablet, they can have a little fort where they go watch their shows. Not going to be like Ant-Man. I don't think any of us are going to be that dedicated to where it's, goes through the whole house and it's like an Indiana Jones thing. So this is great. I'm going to double click this and build it. I'm going to take off those pieces and those pieces, but I'm going to keep it together so I can select it later if I need to move it. I think it's got plenty of room in here if I need to move it side to side. Cool. These look like they're equidistant, so I'll have to make sure that that's equidistant from that. I'll have to line it up, see if that works. So let's copy this. Well, if you've got a lot of blankets, and trying to think, you need a tent pole or you need something tall in the middle so they have plenty of room to work around, but not something that might fall over easily and break. So not like a lamp. Or if you've got like a big shelf that's heavy, that won't be pulled down. Trying to think of like what I would do with the kids, with a kid fort. This is pretty much exactly the same, right? Yeah. And it's going to go inside this. So I'll have to make allowances for that. Well, a large box I feel like would be like a corner piece. So it doesn't have to be, you don't have to include it, but if you have chairs that can be pushed together, or pushed on their sides, folding chairs would make good. You could use folding chairs pretty easily. Folding chairs we would use to be like, you could put them back to back, but then spread them out a little bit and put the blanket over it. And then on the chair, you could put something heavy to weigh the blanket down. And you could put a bunch of folding chairs in a row and have like a space. And that could be like a hallway connecting one spot to another spot with those. Trying to think of what else you can use. I'm just going to copy this whole thing. Hopefully it'll let me do it. So it doesn't skip around. Oh, of course not. We lost our early friend that was not understanding Lego, but excited that we were all excited about it. I was hoping we could keep them as a new fan of Lego. Okay, here is a perfect example of the plate moving. This is, and I forget what the movement was. But it was, if you move it back and forth, this will work. This works back and forth like this. But if you try to move it up, it moves a wrong angle. It moves too far or too little, one of the two. I think too far, because it's going brick height instead of plate height. Back and forth is still stud to stud, but if you go up, it's going a brick up instead of like to the next stud. And I forget there was a fix for that, or there was a way to do it, and I forget what that was, because this is not letting me put it in here. So I'm gonna have to do the connector, connect that to that. There we go. But yeah, that's something to keep in mind. If you have plates on their side, if you try to move them up and down, they're gonna go brick height. But if you move them side to side on the flat plane, it'll be per stud, but up and down is per brick. But there was a way to change that, and I forgot what it was. When I was at Brick Rodeo, the other guy who was doing the studio presentations, he had a studio presentation as well, was talking, move! I've got you already selected. This is so frustrating. Grab and move. Sorry for the swears. Okay, you should just pop right in there. There we go. Goodness gracious. Well, it's not the grid, but it's something. Control click? Nope. Ah, that was it. Yeah, so there's a third option in here, and it's right here. Medium grid with plate height. I bet that's what does it. So let's try it. So let's say I attach this thing over here and I wanted to move it up one, but it wouldn't do it. Right? I want to move it up. And I'm just using the WASD keys. I don't think it might. No, but it does it different. So that's a good thing to know. See, that's still plate height. That's a little less. Okay, so this is moving it by plate. But this is still not moving it. They're moving it, they're assuming you're moving things with studs up, is what they're doing. Once you turn it sideways, it doesn't know what to do. It doesn't know to move to the next stud in place, right? It's assuming it's moving brick to brick or plate to plate. It's just a weird, swear jar, 50 cents. So like that'll work because it's half a stud, right? At a time, half a stud. And then this one should be a full stud. And this one is like 12. But if I did plate, it's only going, it's assuming the up down now is a plate height and not whatever the other one is. That's what it was. It doesn't help me in this situation, but that's a neat something to keep in mind when you're moving stuff around. And I'm going to turn that off because it's going to throw me. Anyway. All right, so let's see what happens. All right, so I like this. I'm going to grid all this together too. So this can be one whole group in case I need to move it. Okay. LDUs, what are LDUs? I'm guessing it's something unit, Lego dimension units. Okay, I'm gonna go like that. Does that line up okay? Yes, it does. Oh, I'm missing a, okay, so I gotta remember to put a little foot on that. Okay, so this, it looks good. It looks like it's equidistant. Let's see what happens. Oh, did I do this right? I think I did. Nope, I didn't. This one needs to be turned around. Lego draw units, the smallest possible buildable measurement. These ones, fine grid, Lego draw units. Yeah, this is it's good. I use it a lot for, and I'll tell you what I use it the most of. When I'm trying to line up base plates. Because base plates do not play well together on this build plane. Regardless of where the build plane is, they will occasionally dip one base plate, not even one plate, but one base plate below where another base plate is. So that if you move it next to it, they're off. They won't line up right. And so the cheat is to put one of the, you can see that I've done it here, is to put another plate here and then just connect it, or just fiddle with lining it up using that very fine grid. Because otherwise, it, you know, this is starting to happen. I noticed it when I was getting up into here. I was rebuilding this section right here earlier, and because the bottom of it had been built funky, like it had been part of a bigger clump of stuff that I had built earlier, then built on top of it, but then like moved part of it and tried to rejoin it and then moved the whole thing later. There's these little inconsistencies that, much like photocopying over and over again, where the artifacts and the inconsistencies get exponentially more pronounced. When you start, like you can see it right here. You can see it right here where it's just not lined up properly. Right there. Something is a little off with that piece. It's just not lined up right. And I don't know why. Now this is because this is on a hinge and these aren't going to ever line up right. I'm going to do my best, but in the software, I'm going to do my best so this one side of the seating, you know, you can look down the row and they're all lined up, but they're all just hanging off hinges. So for context, a standard Lego brick is 20 LDUs wide and a single plate is 8 LDUs tall. That's interesting. I want to test something. So if we have a standard brick, let's put it. So a standard LDU would be, it would take me 20 moves to get from here to here. And I think in Studio it's 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I think I was wrong. You're right. It's 20. So move from one brick to another is 20. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that's an LDU. And then a standard Lego brick is 8 LDUs tall. So then if I were to put a plate here to get on top of it, it should be 8 moves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, that didn't work. Oh, a single plate is, okay. So not this, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Look what I learned today. Thank you for the information, Dusty. Don't save. That's good information to have, honestly. What about a base plate? I'm guessing those are 6 LDUs? 5 maybe? Okay, what was I working on? This. I wonder if I can flip that around. So we're gonna put one here. And it's just a little off. Okay. Not a problem. I want it to be similar, so we're gonna move. How far over do I have to move this? I don't want to give up this group yet. So I can do this. Wait, let's return to the main one. Let's get rid of that. Let's double click this. And it looks like, nope. 1, 2. Let's move it over that much. Go back to the main. Put that back. Put it back over here and see how we fare. Good. This needs to be turned around. And this may not work exactly, but I've got an idea for this. That almost makes it. I'm not a nerd. 4 LDU tall, base plate height is half a plate, right? Let's find out. Let's all be nerdy together. Base plate. Get you a standard 32 by 32 base plate. And we're gonna get a standard plate right next to it. See what I mean by these things just don't like lining up. They just kind of go wherever they want to. So let's see. Nope. Yep, 4. There you go. They're exactly half. So this, I want to show the difference here. So this grid goes up. I don't even know what that is. Half a brick. So this middle one, what does this say? Medium grid. It's not even like, it's kind of a worthless amount here. It's not 2 plates. It's not a full brick. But if you do plate height, it should just go up 1 plate. It's almost like it's going up a brick height. We're getting crunchy now. Yeah, look at that. So the middle grid is, if you just move a plate up and down, it's going from one side of a brick to another. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Sleep well with your oxy. I hope you recover well. We'll be back Sunday morning if you're still around, and I'll probably be building K2SO if that interests you, if you're a Star Wars fan. So this movement, the middle grid moves up and down 1 brick width. Not over on the top of the brick, but 1 brick. But if we switch it to the plate, it should move the plate height. So there you go. That's something to keep in mind. And that chunky grid moving up and down should be the full brick height, right? Yep. Okay, I've learned what my grids mean. And we're done with that. So, top of the hour, there has been no real news that I can talk about in the Lego world other than like releases. I'm going to look at the news channel real quick on my group's Discord and see what's been going on recently. The review of the Hibiscus. Justin's been doing some reviews. Justin Brady Joyner, go check out his stuff. The One Piece sets are a huge thing. Flamingo got a review for some reason. I don't understand that. That's an old bit. The Micro Lego or the Micro Classic Space rocket launch pad is back into an exclusive. If you want to get that, if you spend over $250, you can get it. Make what a short? Oh, that little bit? Yeah. I'll go back and do that. More HP stuff. To be frank, even as a pretty loyal dyed-in-the-wool Lego purist, Lego supporter, Lego defender, even though there are very good alternate brands out there, of which I would like to try to start partaking, just to see. The Space Baby's back too, if you want to try to get that. Two other basketball sets are out with Nike. Nike. There's an Aardman set coming out. Lego Party's coming out. Lego Rebuild the Universe Part 2 is out. Rebuild the Galaxy. Something about Pieces of the Past. So I think that's why we're seeing giant discounted sets for the previous Rebuild the Galaxy, is because they're coming out with new stuff. So there's been these flash sales of like the Dark Falcon was like 60% off. So keep an eye on some of that stuff. Anyway. Yeah, I need to learn how to make shorts out of that. That would be cool. That'd be a cool thing to do off of, if I had anything of use off of a live stream. But anyway. Oh, where was I going? I'm all over the place. So there is the elephant in the room that I officially can't talk about until it's officially released. But when it is released, we'll have a discussion about it. And again, other than the newish stuff, I'm forever sad that Harry Potter is still a Lego license. Like, I get it, they probably have maybe a certain number of years that they have to fulfill or something like that. But the fact that it's still, the Lego's still making it, really upsets me. As a true fan of Lego, it really bothers me that they're doing that. It's hard to justify that in my experience, in my opinion, and I don't know why they are continuing to do it. Hi, Greg. How are you? So I may leave this as like a this kind of works, because I don't think I can turn this plate around. Oh wait, I can. This is being held together with Technic pins. I can flip a and then just slightly move that out. It should connect to those pins, right? You can put these together with that. Oh, it won't let you. Okay, well, that's good to know. I thought maybe the Technic pins would work for that. Oh, except they're not lined up. See, this is where it all falls apart. Aha. Well, sort of. I haven't tried that. Has anyone tried that? This may or may not work. How are you doing, Greg? How's your evening? That's not even partially right. Okay. So I think it was better off when I was just leaving it turned the other way. And it partially being in there. That's probably fine. I'm okay with that. Just chilling. I'm good. Can't complain. Been a kind of a busy week. I've had my boss is out for like 2 weeks. Well, it's not 3 Technic plates, it's 2. But this is like really long. This is a really long Technic pin. It's one of these short with 2 long over here. And it's already going through a Technic lift arm, but it's also like everything is going that direction because all the plates, because I'm doing this up here. I'm okay with it being, this isn't load bearing across here. It's not really going to hold anything. It's not going to matter to the roof how this looks. So you're craving Nashville hot chicken right now. All right. Cool. I hope you get some. I mean, it's 9 o'clock where you are too. That's kind of late. So another thing I got to worry about is at some point. This top section is... Did I get rid of that whole thing? This top section has like a wall behind it, but these pillars kind of get in the way. So I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. Those get in the way. I can do inverted slopes for now. That looks good. I'll just leave that for now. That's fine. Yeah, you saw weapons? Very cool. We went and saw Naked Gun over the weekend, and it was really a lot of fun. If you haven't seen that yet, highly recommended. Liam Neeson is perfect as Frank Drebin's nephew, son. And then Pamela Anderson is really good. Like, comedic timing, perfect. She really nails it. And the two of them together have great chemistry. And the jokes are just dumb. They are perfectly, satisfyingly dumb. It's so good. It's just like old Police Squad, Naked Gun. One of the best jokes in it is when he says they're kind of talking about something. And she says, it's because I went to school here. I love it here. It's where I went to school, blah, blah, blah. And he said, oh, UCLA? And she goes, yeah, I see it every day. I live here. You know, it's just like, it's so perfect. It's so perfect. Yes, we're going to go see Conjuring as well. We think we have to see The Nun 2 first, which I'm not looking forward to. Because the first Nun was not good. I was really hopeful that it was going to be good because the idea of it was pretty cool, but it was just so much hot garbage that I was just sad. So ideally what happens now, and I'm just going to slide this into place, is this, and I'm going to turn collision off so we can see what it looks like, is supposed to be supported inside this section. So what we're going to do is we're just going to slide this over, slide it up, slide it into place. Looks like it should be over here a little bit. And that goes in the middle. So that should look like that. But in reality, this is flush with these stores. So this should go like this, probably like that, and I think a little down. Because I was thinking that it would go right here, like that. But I think that pokes out the back a little too much. Or I could make this bigger, which is not going to be a problem, really. I had no idea, honestly, how big this was going to be. So if I wanted to make this a little thicker, I can. But that's kind of where that's going to be. So let's move this back so it's kind of internal to that. And then a little farther down by the looks of it. Like that. I think that's perfect. I think that looks great. Wouldn't be bad if that was a little higher up. Maybe like right there. That would be exquisite. And then there's gonna be catwalks under here and everything, but yeah, we'll get that all sorted. This is all, of course, covered all the way to the back here. I was just seeing how far out this goes. It should go out to the front of the seats down here. You can see the seats all the way right here. I think this is looking good, guys. I'm very happy with how this is turning out. Was it like the Pink Panther level of humor? I think so. The Pink Panther is also another older show that was Inspector Clouseau. And it's back to that like late 60s, mid to late 60s, early 70s. There was a lot of cop shows at the time and a lot of investigator shows. Poirot, Columbo, and then there was these shows that Dragnet, and there was these shows that were kind of lampooning them. So Dragnet was the real cop show, and Police Squad was the show that was making fun of it. And I feel like Inspector Clouseau was the making fun of Columbo or Poirot kind of thing, where he was a little bumbly but still got the job done. In terms of, is it like the new Pink Panther with Steve Martin? I have no idea. I never saw that. So, okay, cool. With the 2 plates back to back, because 2 plates sticking together should work. I was going to try 2 plates back to back. So I may try that in real life just to see what it looks like. And it's honestly, it's just this 1 plate right here. If it doesn't hold, it's fine. This will be fine right here. Again, I'm going to put some cross beams in here, and it's going to, this looks like even it could go a little higher. The problem is I want it to be kind of at the back of the seating area. So I might have to make this go up a little bit. Can never really get it to, so let's put, are there Technic 6-hole plates? Can never type plate. No, 4 and 8. Oh, no, wait, 6. What color can a 6 be? 12? That's not too bad. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. This is gonna go here, like so. Come on, you minx. There we go. I need to turn collision back on, and I need to get rid of this screen. It's going to be collision aplenty. So we know that kind of works. I'm just going to move. Huh. Okay, so I'm just holding down the D key, right? Moving this way, moving this way, moving this way. So it will catch up to wherever you're rotating, which is kind of funny. Let's just put you over here for now. And there you will live. Okay, back to this. So once this is done, then I can come back in here and put in a roof, because I don't really need an internal thing in here. I just need it to be enough to where it looks like there's an inside. I can 100% close all these doors. These are all the doors that are closed, all the shutters. But the idea is maybe have it populated with people. These would be the size of the people. In fact, they may be a little bigger than that. Maybe 5 high. So if I did, if they were wearing shorts, maybe 5 high, that might be a little better. It's hard to say. That's a counter space, so that may be a child. But anyway, I still think this is a cool idea where you can make yourself as a little person. Just have tubs of different pieces. And if you want to make yourself as a person, it's a $1 donation to whatever charity, right? And then you can make yourself as a little person, and we'll keep all the people and we'll put you in there. And if I'll figure out like maybe a way to identify you once you're in the stadium. You can say, "Oh, I'm in this location," kind of thing. I don't know. Figure it out later. That's the fun part. But anyway, when these are open, this one especially, these two are like walk-in convenience stores. Along the back is racks of drinks. And over here are like candies and pretzels and things like that. And there's just cash registers right here. And there's self-serve cash registers, the kind you put your drink on it, it scans it, you go over here and use a card. No, there's nobody there really to do anything. They're just like next. And then there's people there that will like run a badge over it if you're doing a beer. So it's, you know, they don't have to worry about carding you. But then there are people there to open the cans because you can't take the cans. You have to pour them into a plastic cup before you go back into the stands. These are more restaurant things. There's people there with cash registers cash registers with tablets, and you order food from there. There's pizzas, there's sandwiches, there's these are pizza bites, these are taco, nachos, and hot dogs, and I think these are like sandwiches. I forget. I've never eaten here. My favorite place is tucked in over here. You can't see where my mouse is really on the screen. It's a bao place. It's so great. They give you little bao, little dumplings with food and with meat inside them. I don't know if I'm going to put the water tanks in here. I probably am, but it might be illegal that way. The pin doesn't have room to uncompress. That's what I was thinking. It looked like back to back. It won't come out and pop out. So it'll continue to be compressed like that. And I'm fine with it like being half in there like this. I'm okay with that. This is fine. Like I said, it's not going to be. I may get I may have a different opinion about something later. I don't think a bracket will work, but it might. Because I think the bracket is on the wrong. Well, let's try something here. It may be the right